When my youngest son told me he had joined the Air Force, I smiled before I cried. I think mothers learn to do that. We learn to be proud first, because pride is what our children deserve. We save the fear for later, when the house is quiet and no one can see us standing at the sink with our hands still in the water. He was my last one, the boy who used to run through the hallway with one shoe on, who could never find his school hat, who once told me he wanted to fly higher than the clouds, because the world must look kinder from up there. And now he had signed his name to something bigger than all of us. Training changed him, not all at once, but in small ways. His shoulders straightened, his voice became steadier. He learned to be early, to be polished, to stand still when the whole world was moving inside him. But when he called me, I still heard my boy beneath the discipline. I heard the same laugh, the same little pause before he said, "I'm alright, Mom." On graduation day, the sky was bright and hard blue families gathered around the parade ground, dressed neatly, speaking softly, each of us carrying the same mixture of pride and worry. Then I saw him. He was standing with his squadron in uniform, and for a moment I forgot to breathe. He looked so grown, so certain, so far from the little boy I had once lifted into bed after he had fallen asleep on the couch. My hand shook as I held the program. I wanted to wave, but I knew he couldn't wave back. They marched, they turned their boots, struck the ground together. I watched my son move as part of something larger, and the ache in my chest was almost too much to hold. Then his name was called. At first I thought I had misheard, then people around me began to turn, smiling, whispering, clapping. He stepped forward and they announced he had been awarded ducks. My son, my youngest, the one who used to doubt himself before every exam, every game, every new beginning. I pressed my hand over my mouth, but it did no good. The tears came anyway. They were not quiet tears, they were the kind that rides from years of packed lunches, late night fevers, arguments over homework, and all the mornings you think are ordinary until one day they are gone. He stood there receiving that honor, tall and composed, while I fell apart in the crowd. Afterward, when I held him, he laughed softly and said, "Mom, you're crushing me." I told him I was allowed just this once. But life did not pause at that proud moment, it kept moving, as life always does before long. He was assigned overseas. He explained where he was going, what little he could say and what he could not. I nodded through it all, pretending I was braver than I felt. At the airport, I held him too tightly again. I memorized the feel of his jacket beneath my hands, the shape of his face, the way he smiled as if he were trying to make this easier for me. "Please call when you can," I said. "I will, Mom." Then he walked away. After that, time changed. Days became something to get through, nights became something to endure. Every phone notification made my heart jump, every silence stretched too long. I watched the news more than I should have, and understood less than I wanted to. I kept my phone beside me at dinner, beside me in the garden, beside me on the bedside table with the sound turned up. People told me he was trained, they told me he was capable, they told me he knew what he was doing. I knew all of that, but knowing does not quiet a mother's heart. Then one afternoon while I was folding towels, my phone rang. His name lit up the screen. For a second I could not move. Then I answered so quickly I nearly dropped it. Mom. One word, that was all it took. I sat down on the edge of the bed and cried before I could speak. He was fine, tired but fine. He could not tell me much, but he told me enough. He told me he was safe, he told me he was eating, he told me he missed home. I held the phone with both hands as if I could hold him through it. Months passed before he came home on leave. I saw him before he saw me, walking through the arrivals gate with his bag over one shoulder, scanning the crowd for a heartbeat. He was both men at once, the uniformed airman and the little boy searching for his mother. Then his eyes found mine. I did not walk, I ran. When I reached him, I wrapped my arms around him and held on with everything I had been carrying: pride, fear, loneliness, every prayer whispered into the dark, every breath I had been waiting to take. This time he did not tell me I was crushing him, he just held me back. And for the first time in a long time, my heart rested.